Yo, this your boy T-Mac, man. Back with another vid. Once again, I need y'all to go to twitter.com, but this time the hashtag is in Madden Monopoly. We're going to get the message out. We're going to let everybody know that we are not okay with the state of football simulation video games. EA continues to take advantage of the consumer year over year, and the people have had enough, and we're tired of it, and we're taking this fight directly to the NFL. Now, one of the reasons why the previous hashtag was doing strong but then kind of fizzled out, because EA introduced their own hashtag themselves. Hashtag Madden 21. Now, what was hashtag Madden 21? Basically, EA began dumping a bunch of codes to get copies of the game digitally on the Xbox Live Store or on the PSN. So they were giving away free copies of the game to try to squash our message of NFL drop EA. Now, why would they do that? Here's a theory that I have, right? We know this game stays stagnant year after year. The game does not change. It stays the same year after year. So, since they don't change anything in the game, they're not investing much money into it. We all know their devs are 5-year-olds. I mean, really. Most people could take one course on computer programming and probably develop a video game better than EA can. That low investment they're putting in the game, because they're not investing in no new technologies, they're not hiring competent devs, they're not hiring enough devs, means that really the only thing that they're probably doing that's labor intensive year after year in each of these Maddens is simply changing the cover. Get a graphic designer, drop a new cover. Hey, the new cover athlete is Lamar Jackson. Drop a new cover. Slap it on there. Maybe add the draft class, add the rookies in, and there you go. That's all EA does year after year. And since their investment is so low, that means that they can afford to just give out free copies of the game. They're not investing hardly anything into it because they know that their bread and butter is their microtransactions. So when the bread and butter is the microtransactions, they don't need to, change gameplay, because, that's too expensive, too time consuming. More presentation, too expensive, too time consuming. Fixing the neglected franchise mode, too expensive, too time consuming. Changing the cover, yeah, we can do that. Adding some more microtransactions, we can do that. Their goal is to make this game with very little initial investment and to get a huge return on investment when people buy microtransactions and MUT packs. And with these free copies, another thing that they're trying to do is to improve that 0.3 Metacritic user score, which is the worst of any video game in history. So when you get the game for free, right? Compared to the person that might have spent $70, if you get the MVP edition, $80, $90 on the game, if you get a game for free, even if it's subpar, you might be inclined to give that game a better review because you're like, hey, I didn't invest nothing into it. I didn't pay no money for the game. They're giving me a game for free, so I might as well give a good review. But here's the thing that really irks me. There was a time when I think most people were willing to work with EA to get a better game. EA had their Game Changers program where they sent a bunch of people that were prominent social media stars, YouTubers, streamers, down to the studio and give them advice on how to make a better game. I was all for that at the time. This was around the time of Madden 12, Madden 13. So we're talking, 8 years ago? Game Changer program, I'm not sure is it still in effect or not, but this is when they started it. Because once again, we're going back in time now, 8 years ago. The sim community wasn't outraged about the state of the Maddens at that time. Madden 13, a game where they completely removed franchise and superstar mode and just gut it. So we're like, we want changes. So they get people to go out there, give their opinions on what should be changed in the game, what needs to be changed, what's wrong, what needs to be improved. Have they listened? No. So instead of us continuing to go to EA, because they're not listening, we're just going to go around them and try to get the NFL's attention. Stop this monopoly. So I want y'all to go to twitter.com, tweet in Madden Monopoly. Let's get this out there. Let's get this monopoly crushed, because we all like football. We all like video games. If you have a person that likes football and likes video games, it would just make sense they would like a video game about football. But that hasn't been the case since EA signed this exclusive license. This has been a long battle, but I believe we're getting closer to finally getting what we want, competition. Anyway, it's your boy T-Mac, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.